Alright guys, so today we have a new product installed, actually two of them. We will be installing this K&N air filter on my 2003 GSXR-1000, and then also we will be installing these little Blockoff plates which eliminates all backfires and definitely makes it so that the bike doesn't shoot a massive flame, just like the one it does right here. Alrighty then, so for this job we'll definitely need to remove the rider's seat. We'll need to be removing that, and then also we'll need to be lifting up the tank to access the airbox, which I will be installing in the new filter. I will also be installing new screws, and then also after that we'll go in and we'll take out the old pair system and insert the new Blockoff plates from Driven. Also to mention, I got all these parts of RevZilla. They're in the USA, really nice people, and if you'd like to order any parts for your bike, they probably most have it. So then for the next step you'd be wanting to remove the rider's seat. Also I keep all my old bolts and stuff in a little cup. You know, there's only a few of them, so it's not that difficult, but you don't want to get them lost or anything. Next thing we'll be doing is we'll be removing these two screws and lifting the tank up. So alright, so back with the bike, we have the tank all propped up. I just got myself like two little C-clamp hooks, or whatever you want to call them, and a piece of rope, and then I added some towel, and this is then just folded around the front edges, and it's keeping that up nice. Most of the tank is drained of petrol at the moment, so it's not that heavy. I drove it till the light came on. So moving on from here, we will be looking at getting the airbox loose, obviously, so we can get to the bottom of the Blockoff plates, the pair system. So to be removing the airbox, you'd need to go in and you'd need to be removing some of the plugs, some of the hoses, obviously. The nut here in front you'd need to remove, and that's all my washers and stuff. Lovely. And then also you'll go in and you'll be removing these little clamps here, which is 4 of them over there, which you probably can't see, but it is there. Let's take my word for it. Other than that, let's get to work. Alright, so now that we've loosened everything, we've gone and loosened that nut up in front. We have loosened all 4 of these clamps, which is here at the bottom. There's a little plug that was attached right here to this little screw that's been just removed, of the vacuum line still attached. This vacuum line here at the back has been removed, and then moving to the other side. On the other side, we also had this side of the clamps removed. I've removed this vacuum line right here, which is this one, and then also this sensor plug that was right over there. So in theory, the airbox should be loose right now, which is kinda is. It needs a little bit persuasion. There we go. So now that we can remove the airbox, all gently like. You can also see most likely, hopefully, your plugs and stuff that fumble down the bloody hole. So yeah, now we'll be going on and we'll be taping up the throttle bodies so nothing gets inside, and then we'll take it from there. Alright, so as you can see, I just went ahead and I taped up the throttle body so nothing falls inside, because Murphy's Law, my dumbass will probably drop something in there. Now, speaking of the pair system, this is the one right over here. This is this plate over here, following that line all the way to there. And then this is the tube that will be removed. and then also the plug on the airbox that will be blocked off with the cap provided by the driven Blockoff plates. So here I have some new bolts. I'm going to go pick up 4. These are the ones that's going to be going and replacing these ones. As you can see, some light there. This one is already starting to strip up. They're a bit old, the screws in here. Another check, these LAKEY ones do fit. And I think it's just going to be a little bit nicer, which is what I want. So moving on from that, we'll see if we can get it like on these rings. So as you guys can see, with some little magicness, we have gotten all of the new bolts in. It looks much better than it previously did. And next we'll move on to the air filter. Let's go. Alright, so I've gone ahead and I've removed the top of the airbox, and it does seem it does have an aftermarket filter in, but it's called a DNA. Not 100% sure what it is. It looks not so nice anymore. So this will get swapped for the newer K&N one, and we'll just go from there. Alright, so we can see here, this is the old filter right over here. It's got quite a large thick base to it, you know, like it's thicker, but it does have less of these fins, which the K&N one has more, and also it is thinner, which is, you know, obviously needed. And then the obliged K&N filter, because you need that. It'll probably find its way somewhere on the bike, I guess. Also instructions, because you know, dumb, so follow that stuff. And yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll definitely install this new one and see how it looks like. Right, so I got the air filter back installed, the new one, and it's looking great. Also, when you are installing this air filter, just make sure that the filter seats within the groove that is right there. That little groove that is in the airbox, just make sure it's seated all the way around, making sure it's not leaking anywhere. And then we'll go on and we'll put the top one back on, the top box back on, and screw down the middle screw first to hold the filter in place, and then from there we'll go around and just screw on the rest of the little screws. And also I did clean up a little bit, because obviously you'd want that. Alrighty fellas, so I'm coming back at you with one of the plates already installed right over there, and then the other one that I'm going to be doing right now. I first had to struggle to get this one, and then also here is a wire that's doing a dangle. I'm not 100% sure why this wire is dangling, but I do think I can remove it. I'll just have to be double sure, otherwise I can just remove it from here and then just relay the line down. I think that's what I'm going to need to do. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to the second Blockoff plate, and then from there I'll catch back up with you guys. Alright, so I have installed both of the Blockoff plates right over there. Next thing to do is to remove the rest of the pair system. The other half is laying there on the ground. I'll be doing that now, and then I'll come in and I'll put the airbox back on, and then after that we'll get the tank back down and so on. Make sure everything is nice and tight, double check everything, go over everything twice, make sure all these screws are nice and tight. They're looking really good. I really like that. It's much more open on the engine right now, obviously, as you could imagine. The only one that was a bad one was that little screw at the back, which is this one here. That one was really difficult to get to, as you know, I couldn't get my socket in there, and then also the spanner I did have would just keep hitting the bloody thing. So it is tight now, it is secured now, so much better, and we'll go forward from here. Alrighty then, fellas. So as you can see, I got the airbox back on. Everything is fitting nicely up again. I went around, put the plugs back in, went in, put this hose back in, made sure all the brackets were nice and tight. Just go around it, make sure everything is nice and secured. Then on this side I have the plug off, which is right over here, and then also the little air pluggy that goes there. Not 100% sure what that's called, but you know, just making sure everything is nice and tight. I have a nice sticker on that says don't remove my shit, because you know it's expensive. This is all good again. So then the next step is to let the tank down, and then I need to warm the bike up, because I need to adjust the idle to a little bit higher than it currently is, and then I can put everything back together. Right. So here we have the initial startup of the bike. I'm not seeing any error messages or lights or anything on the dash, which is a good thing. Just letting it warm up now. I want it to about 18 bars, adjust the idle, and then go from there. Light goes back on again. Hilarious. Alright, just let it cycle through and I'll be back with you guys in a short bit. So I installed the air filter, and I installed the pair block-off plates. Everything is back together at this point in time. I have started the bike up already, so it is, you know, it is good. It's running good. It's not throwing any lights, so no errors or anything like that. So yeah, let's just start this girl up quickly.